position, almost half a second quicker than anyone else round here in qualifying yesterday, alongside Appleyard Mick Lofthouse, winner of the last 2 rounds of the Heat 125cc International Super Cup. So very much the man in form, Mick Lofthouse. He'll be looking for the win. A surprise front row qualifier, young Matt Ford Dunn. His best result in the series so far, just 14th, just 1 finish at Donington Park. So something of a surprise to see Ford Dunn on the front row. Jimmy Brown from Biddulph, 3rd in the championship last year. His best result, however, this year, 2 6th places, both at Snetterton and Cadwell. And Chris Palmer from Carlisle, riding number 5, lying 2nd in the title standings, just 4 points behind pole position man Robin Appleyard. And let's take a look at those standings. There it is, confirmed and very close. Remember, 20 points for the win. So Patrickson and Chris Palmer joint 2nd on 50. Mendes, Mick Lofthouse, Barry Stanley, but the pole position man leads the chase. 20 more up for grabs with 1 round still to go. That's Mallory Park in 2 weeks' time. But we must focus now on Brands Hatch, and they have 12 laps to do, 31.2 miles. Another look at those fastest 5. Appleyard in pole, Mick Lofthouse, Matt Ford Dunn, Jimmy Brown and Chris Palmer. There are 40 riders lining up for this, as I said, and believe me, this is going to be fast and furious. Traditionally, one of the closest contested of the motorcycle classes, the 125cc. Everybody but one man is riding a Honda. The one anomaly in there is a Cobas machine, which is a Rotax engine, Spanish built. The revs rise, they all paddle away. Jimmy Brown almost thwarted Chris Palmer there. Mendes, number 7, had a terrific start on the right-hand side of your picture, now in 4th place. But number 5, it was Chris Palmer who hit the front, and look at the lead already. Chris Palmer away up the hill towards Druids. Number 5 leads. Then the number 2 bike of Lofthouse. Mick Lofthouse in 2nd. Chris Palmer leads. Fernando Mendes is really forcing hard. And Mendes has had a tremendous start. Fernando Mendes up into 2nd place. Yeah, and a really, really bad start for pole position man Robin Appleyard. He was on the outside, and it's debatable whether that is the best position for pole at Brands Hatch. It's a long way round on the outside, and he had a dreadful start, number 11, Robin Appleyard. I'm sure we're going to see him coming through, but at the moment he must be down in about 10th or 11th spot. In 2nd place, then, the number 7 bike, the pink and yellow machine, very, very bright, Fernando Mendes. The young man with the Portuguese-sounding name from South Africa, who now lives Northampton these days, lying in 4th place in the championship, having scored in every round so far, and he rode very well here at Brands Hatch last year, I remember, through Dingle Dell, straightening the corner out. Chris Palmer leads, number 5. Chris Palmer 2nd in the championship, with 2 3rd places to his credit at Snetterton and Cadwell, 5th at Donington, and 7th at Alton. But just look at Fernando Mendes. And these 4 now, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could almost get them all in the back of a transit van as they go onto the straight. Number 2 forcing hard, Mick Lofthouse. Steve, this is hairy stuff. This is incredible stuff, and there's slipstream. Mick Lofthouse looking at the outside there, and he looked to be going through, but couldn't quite make it. But with these little machines, 125cc, producing only about 45 brake horsepower, tiny little engines, but they weigh nothing. And he's looking on the inside, number 2 there, but no. Number 5, Chris Palmer, keeps that lead, but this is going to be some race. Look at them. There is 8 people battling for the lead now. Having won the 750cc race earlier here this afternoon, or the first of the Superbike legs, shall I say, Jamie Robinson having now to work hard to retain that 4th place. Kevin Maudsley, number 9, has just gone past. So this is the battle now for 4th place. Robinson moving up on the inside of Maudsley, and Jamie Robinson almost clipped the rear wheel of Kevin Maudsley, who chopped across him. This is frantic stuff from the 125s at Brands Hatch. It seems as though they've only got a lap left to do, but believe me, we are not yet at half distance. Well, we're not, but now we see that Robin Appleyard, who had the dreadful start, he's put in the fastest lap of the race, so he's going to be the man that's coming through. He's now in 7th position, and he is charging. But meanwhile, number 2, Lofthouse, is leading this race, but I don't think for that long, because number 7 is right behind him. Mendes is closing in on him under slipstreaming. Race leader Mick Lofthouse. In second place, Fernando Mendes. In third place now, 'tis Robin Appleyard, number 11. So Appleyard has more than made up for that dreadful start. He's in third place. Remember, he was pole position man. He was almost half a second quicker than anyone else. He has just gone round and set the fastest lap, and he's in third place with this duo ahead of him. Mendes goes in now. Appleyard, number 11, up into second place, having gone past Fernando Mendes. So very much a man with a mission, the 29-year-old from Keighley, the second place man I'm talking about, number 11, having ridden for many seasons in the 125cc World Championship right across the world at Grand Prix level. And in his own words, they kicked him out this year because he said he wasn't going quickly enough, and he treats it rather like the football divisions. He's in Division 2 now, but he said, believe me, I want to get back in Division 1 or the Premier League next year and get back to Grand Prix.
Inside now as they go to Paddock Hill Bend, he's got it. That front wheel's in there and he's got it. We'll see now if number 2 Lofthouse tries to cut back under and outbreak him up into Druids, but I don't know. I think the way Robin Appleyard's riding, that takes him doing, and he decides against it. So number 11 is in the lead, so he's charged through that field, setting a new lap record.
The two men you are watching now have had this battle at the last 2 rounds, which sadly weren't televised by us here on Grandstand, but I have to tell you that on that occasion, number 2 Mick Lofthouse came out victor on both occasions. Number 11 Robin Appleyard having to settle for second best, and again Lofthouse goes ahead of his arch rival in this.
Back in, and it is absolutely critical with such a narrow power band that you have the right gear. And you see here the acceleration factor is counting. Mick Lofthouse, number 2, is on the outside. Robin Appleyard tries to close in, but he can't do it, so Lofthouse has gone a long way around the outside, accelerating now down over the start and finish straight. Although only 125cc machines, they are doing something in the region of 130 miles an hour.
Look at the battle for third place. Fernando Mendes and Kevin Maudsley. Maudsley, winner of the first round at Alton Park, is in third place. The number 9, 27-year-old from Blackburn, is in third place and pressing Robin Appleyard very hard indeed, allowing Mick Lofthouse just to creep away. Number 9, Kevin Maudsley, right with him, Fernando Mendes, number 7, and these 4 now are within 0.3 of a second of each other. That's how close it is. We knew it would be, and Maudsley has got the bit between his teeth, number 9. He is going to do his utmost to get past Robin Appleyard, number 11. Mick Lofthouse, meanwhile, has a look over the shoulder just to see what's going on. And Maudsley, very much a man with a mission. Maudsley, a win and a third place to his credit, not having scored in the past 2 rounds, lying in 6th place in the championship, 7th place in the championship, with a fair amount of work to do. Kevin Maudsley then, in third. They've now broken away. Fernando Mendes, number 7, has gone.
But a battle royal here, and interestingly, the way that number 11 Robin Appleyard came through, and now he seems to be struggling. He's dropped back into second place. Now maybe this is tactical. Maybe he thinks, well, what's the point in setting a really hot pace and letting everyone chase me? I'll just sit here in second spot. But it really looks to me like number 2 Mick Lofthouse is gradually getting away. But having said that, now Appleyard closing in once again, but it is so critical. The slipstreaming situation is coming into play again. Now the 9 here, Maudsley right beside him, but number 11 Appleyard's bike is certainly quicker down that section.
Maudsley, number 9 from Lytham St Anne's, in actual fact, really pushing hard. Number 7 Mendes, who's disappeared from the leaderboard, is now running in about 7th place, and Maudsley now has elevated himself to second, relegating Robin Appleyard. So the World Championship runner is now down there in third place. And we have a battle between race leader Mick Lofthouse, winner of the previous 2 rounds, and Kevin Maudsley, whose self-confessed nickname is the Angry Gerbil. Quite why he calls himself the Angry Gerbil remains a bit of a mystery to us, but nonetheless, that's certainly what his nickname is. He's there in second, hard on the front brake, and flicking it in with Robin Appleyard underneath him. Brilliant stuff from these 125s. Tremendous value for money and good entertainment, and a cost-effective way to go racing.
Yeah, very much so. They're single-cylinder machines. relatively cheap to buy in comparison to some of the bigger bikes, but and quite cheap to run in actual fact, but some terrific racing, very, very close. They're virtually identical. It's all down to how heavy the rider is at times, and the object of the matter is be as light as you possibly can, have a smaller frontal area. You'll see their heads are tucked down, their shoulders are in, get behind that fairing, and it can make up to 5 miles an hour difference. If you just lift your head up, it can slow you that much.